Okay, we're going to begin by mixing up some clay. I'm using some Reclaim that was trimmings and mess ups from earlier pots. I could mix it from scratch, get some dry materials out from the garage, but when you have a lot of Reclaim, it's not necessary to do that. You can just use this slop, basically. So I'm gonna get some of this slop out of here, and for that. Then mix it up with the drill, lay it out to dry because there's a lot of water in here. Always keep it wet so you don't have to add water later. Keeps it all saturated and nice and moist. So we've got enough out now to make your piece. So I'll just take the drill here, the drywall paddle on it, move it over to there, and voila! Whoa! That doesn't usually happen. Let's try again. Wow. I'm not sure why that wanted to do that. Okay. Oh, I know why. Because there's a bowl in here. That's why they did that. There's a bowl in here. See that? Yeah, entire bowl. So try to not have stuff in there that's hard as rock. Oh yeah. That'll make the outtakes for sure. Here we go. Round two. Okay. It's kind of take some of the excess off there. See, it turns into a really nice setup here. Okay. Now it's still way too wet to work with. So what we're gonna do is set this out to dry right over here on these plaster bats. As you can see, if this stuff right here, that's already some clay that's already dried. I've already bagged it. So we're just gonna scoop this right out of the bucket, right on the bats there. Yeah, this is a stoneware. 1 part ball clay, Kentucky ball. 1 part bond, Hawthorne bond. 1 part fire clay, Cedar Heights fire clay. So I'll just get this out, spread it around so it kind of dries evenly, and this will be ready to go when I get back home from work. Okay, and we'll wedge it and then throw it. Probably gonna make a flower pot, I think, out of this, and maybe even a flower pot base. So just get that off, and just wash our hands off. Yeah, that's how we do it. That's how we do it. All right. Okay, I'm back from work, and the clay is a little moist yet, but we can go ahead and get it up off this table, I think, and begin to wedge it. And wedging gets all the air bubbles out of the dough, gets it to a nice even consistency, and probably the most grueling activity of pottery. So it's just kind of, ooh, this stuff is soaking, sopping wet. It's okay though, we'll make do. I'm gonna get my cutters. And we're only gonna take as much as we need off of this for what we're doing. And we'll put the rest aside. We use, boy oh boy, that's wet. That's wet. Put the rest over here. This may be too wet to work with. Ooh, that's too sloppy. So let's just set this aside a little bit longer, and we'll come back and make some more. Okay. Okay, so come back about an hour later, and our clay is much better for us. It's too moist, it just sticks to the plaster bat and it doesn't stick to itself. I would never even have any get it to the wheel. So we've got it now. I'm just gonna wedge it probably about 50 times. And if you listen closely, get you a little closer here, you can actually hear bubbles pop out of it. There's about 1,000 pockets of air in here. And what that air will stay in there. There you go, there was one. And as I raise a cylinder, the air bubble will stay in there, and I'll have this beautiful cup with a big bulge, like a tumor in it. And the only thing you can do is pop it, but then you have this uneven wall, and you can try to fix it, but since you got to a certain point, and 99% of it's fine, but that little 1% where that pocket was is different, it's really hard to get it back. It takes a lot of work once you're on the wheel to get that back. So if you just do this leg work that I'm doing called wedging, this is a traditional, this method right here I'm doing, ram's head wedging. I think because it ends up looking like a ram's head, but this sort of looks like a duck head, so maybe this is duck head wedging. This also just makes the consistency, and clay consistency now, all the water in this thing is evenly distributed. It's just, I mean, this even looks a lot better. Do you want to work with this or what I was working with 5 minutes ago with gouges and everything? So there's the wheel. We're going to take this over to the wheel. And actually I need a bat. I need one of these. This one will do. So we got our bat. And let me get a chair. Only got one chair for the whole house, so I eat in this chair. I watch TV in this chair. I throw pottery in this chair. Okay. Whoop. Sorry, just get this excess off here. That's fine. That's just fine. And we're just gonna slam it down there, get some water, center this thing up. So I'm working on this flower pot series, and